let's do this.
Alrighty.
So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for letting me grill you with some questions, interview you.
Of course.
So I guess for the viewers at home, this is my first interview. This is going to be the pilot episode, if you will. We got our very first guest here, Matt. I'm going to turn it over to him, let him kind of introduce himself and give us a little rundown of what you do.
All right. Well, first off, thank you for having me. To everybody out there, my name is Matt. My DJ name is DJ Dahl Pouri, but still feel free to call me Matt. Here's my DJ name right here, just in case nobody understood what I just said. But yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let me make sure I get this right. Dahl Pouri?
Yeah. Dahl.
Dahl or Dahl?
Dahl.
Dahl Pouri.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
Thank you.
How long have you been DJing? I know we've had a little bit of getting to know each other before we started recording, but now that we're live for everybody.
Yeah, so approximately, I'd say 1.5 to 3 years.
Okay.
Time frame DJing, so.
Nice.
Thank you.
I did get a chance to go through your SoundCloud for a few minutes before we got on the call here, and I like that that vibe you got going. It makes me feel like I'm standing on a beach, if you would.
Thank you.
Those beach type clubs, which, man, I like that.
Thank you. That's the Caribbean culture right there, brother.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Appreciate it.
So I know we kind of did discuss this a little bit too, but go ahead and give everybody an idea of kind of your favorite genres, things that you tend to lean towards, and
right.
Yeah.
Of course, I gotta choose. Yeah, so my favorite genres are gonna be Bollywood, soca, dancehall, and chutney. That's what I mostly lean towards when I'm mixing. However, I do like other genres like Spanish and just like even 80s and 90s hip hop. I love pretty much every single genre there is, but I mainly lead. Excuse my dog. I'm mostly lean towards the Caribbean culture based off of my audience. The majority of my audience is Caribbean, so most of be kind of Caribbean geared. However, I am working on some more diverse stuff to put out. So everybody soon, make sure you keep your eye out for that.
Yes, we'll get your stuff linked in the video description.
Thank you.
Definitely. So you said that most of your audience is Caribbean. Is that just due to like local proximity, or is that because of internet reach where it's just gotten to a certain crowd, if you will?
Right. So the main answer to that question is actually my name, my DJ name.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Dahl Pouri is actually a West Indian dish. So for those that don't know what roti is, imagine like a tortilla. So a tortilla, just imagine that's like what roti is. And then imagine roti, but with like dal, and dal is chickpeas.
Okay.
So it's a West Indian dish. I'll just put it like that.
Nice.
A lot of people, they'll see the name and they're like, whoa, that's not like, that's more towards, the West Indian community. And again, I'm Guyanese, but I just love Dahl Pouri. A lot of people ask me, why would you put your name as something like that? And my simple answer is, when I first started DJing, I never had any intentions of getting big or taking it, like all the way to the top, right? So I was just like, let me just be me, just be out there. What's something I really love? Dahl Pouri. DJ,
I love
it. Like it worked.
I love it. That's awesome. That's a good backstory too.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's cool. So, like we said, you're in Florida. You tend to do a lot of stuff there in Florida.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Like, I'll have I'll occasionally, like once in a blue moon, I'll get like an out of state gig or something, but I mostly keep it within the vicinity of Florida. Okay. That's like private events, a club, just a regular maybe like a backyard party, a birthday party. I do it, everything and all of it. So
nice.
Thank you. But yeah, so lots of activity sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
So what like how do you manage like booking yourself? I'm kind of just freeballing questions here as they come up, but
I'm with it.
yeah, it's open ended. We're keeping it that way.
Right, right. No, I'm
Yeah,
with it.
manage like bookings and things like that. Is it all through you, or do you have like some kind of landing page or something where people can go and say, "Sign me up for this day and this time" or whatever? How does that kind
Because things change quickly sometimes, like sometimes people might overbook or cancel. So that kind of, I personally think it could get sloppy sometimes because of how many cancellations could happen.
of?
But my preference is just kind of keeping everything in my calendar or my notes.
Yeah.
So people will just reach out. I do have a link tree, and they could click something on that link tree that like would bring up to my email, my phone number. They could book me like that. But most gigs I get are through my number, email, or Instagram.
Okay.
And at that point on, then we'll discuss like all the details, like the location and just other details that kind of get us situated into the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And,
So I was looking through your Instagram, and I saw it seems like you're in a maybe a thing that you're doing right now, or maybe it looks like you've been doing it for a while, but songs that shouldn't be remixed.
yeah. But I started that series a little while back. I do have some content I need to post, but
Yeah.
yeah, remixes that kind of ties into the backstory of how I started DJing. But yeah, it's like a little series I like to do. It's very fun to me, so I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was clicking through a couple of those, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Some of these definitely don't feel like they go together, but they're
Yeah,
going.
that's the point. Finding songs that don't go together and trying to make it fit together.
Yeah. So my next question to kind of build on that, when it comes to remixing songs like that, where you're taking maybe two songs. Well, I guess let me back up with a different question, and then I'll build from there. So, trying to combine these two songs. These are oftentimes two songs from two separate artists, not songs that you have made. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then my next question to build on that is, what are the rules necessarily surrounding that when you're like say going to play a set somewhere or a backyard party or whatever when it comes to playing somebody else's music? Because I know there's some people sometimes where that's not allowed, but I feel like the DJ world's a little bit different when it comes to that kind of stuff. So before
Right.
far into it, I want to make sure I'm not going to get sued and lose the thing that I own.
You're good. You shouldn't get sued. I hope not. But when it comes to gigs and just stuff like that, the client, I'll normally ask them, hey, is there a list of music you want me to play? Any specific songs? Any specific genres?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, they'll tell me, like, they'll probably send me a whole list. Sometimes they'll just tell me, like, just do whatever you feel like.
Yeah.
Then sometimes it'll be like, I want this specific genre. So basically, whatever the client wants is what I go off of.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the client wants, let's just say, Spanish music and Bollywood, I'll be playing.
Okay. And so there's no like nothing that really stops you or makes it not allowed. Like you're fully allowed to go get paid to play somebody else's music at
Yeah.
a
So yeah. So I mean, like, look, I'll kind of put it like this, right? Let me think of an artist that we all would know. Okay, you know Drake, right?
Yes, we know Drake.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows Drake. I'm just gonna use Drake just as an example, okay?
Yeah. It's a big name.
Yeah. If somebody books me and I go to the party and the client's like, I want you to play Drake all night long, right?
Okay.
It is no different than them turning on a Bluetooth speaker and playing Drake.
Okay.
Now, before anybody asks, wait, why would I hire a DJ when I could play off a Bluetooth speaker? trust me, the quality of a DJ compared to a Bluetooth speaker is far different. But as far as I know, I don't think there's any laws or regulations when it comes to playing somebody else's music at or a party. I don't. Then again, I don't think so. Don't hold me to that. But
You're
I've never.
we're not. This is legal advice.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that's like, oh, if you play like Drake's music at like a birthday party, they're gonna sue you.
Okay. And so, in your experience, would you feel like there's a difference in like if you're doing a birthday party for somebody or something versus a club calls you in and they want you to play Saturday night or whatever? Is there will obviously be a little bit of difference in the music choice, but
Right.
theoretically it's the same environment. It's different environments, but it's the same setting when it comes to what you're allowed to play. It's the
Right.
same putting a speaker on and shuffle playing Spotify or Apple Music or something like that.
Yeah.
Following, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so I guess another part of that maybe is the fact that you're doing things on the DJ table to make this song slightly different from just the straight song.
Yeah. So like one thing that a DJ could do that like like just going to Drake and just pressing something random is we could bring more energy to it, whether that's speeding up the tempo or mixing it with another song and kind of looping one word over and over, just getting the audience to build that hype up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, once you learn like the possibilities, your mind just starts to kind of follow with it.
Yeah. There's
Definitely.
definitely a lot of buttons on the controller that I have now that I'm still scared to start pressing because I know I'm going to be trying to record while I'm playing and practicing. But I'm going to have to bite that bullet eventually
Oh,
because they're
dude,
going to
to
learn
get,
what they do.
oh, definitely. Yeah. My best advice to anybody who wants to get into DJing, um, get out your comfort zone. That's hands
That's,
down advice. You might even discover a new genre you didn't know you liked before,
yeah,
or songs within that genre that you never knew and you like it. But overall, stepping out of your comfort zone is not only better for you, but it's better for the clients as well. Because let's say you're only playing one genre, whether you're practicing or whatever, and a client comes along and they want you to play a completely different genre, but you never played it.
yeah,
But if you're outside your comfort zone, you're messing around, you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I mix this with that? How do I mix this genre? Then you'll be prepared. That's just the way I look at it. But yeah, stepping outside of your comfort zone, pressing those random buttons, and hoping it's worth it. I'd say it's a strong encouragement to bite that bullet.
awesome. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Even though it's uh, my first couple hours were pretty rough that with some of the way that it made it sound, which I guess schedule wise, you're going to be Wednesday. That video of my very first messing around with it session should be the Monday before, so people should have just seen whatever mess I made of first night, and so we're getting to learn from there.
That's the
But
way to.
definitely, I like that idea of, especially I feel like in practice when you're not getting paid to go do it is get out of your comfort zone like that and try new things so that when somebody asks you to do new things and it's go time, you're
Yeah,
ready.
the new things aren't such as new things because you did it before. Like yeah.
Definitely. So as far as actually being there playing music and you know mixing songs between one and the other and all that kind of good stuff, you have maybe like a favorite trick, if you will, and you don't have to give out any secrets or anything, but do you have like a favorite trick for making something sound maybe more alive or smooth, something like that?
Yeah, I definitely do have a good amount of tricks I have. However, I don't just randomly apply it to like, oh, like okay, I'm just no, like
Yeah.
certain tricks for it, but mostly kind of like the event that I'm DJing at. I'll like toss in like a certain trick. Like if I'm DJing at a club, I'm gonna make sure it gets like really like everyone's turn like
Yeah.
crazy, and I'll keep that same energy at a regular birthday party as well, but they're just different methods I use. If
Okay.
that kind of makes sense. I don't know if I explained that right or not.
I feel like I know what you're saying. Like maybe you're allowed a little bit more of a mellow transition or things, song choice in between here for a little break at a birthday party, where at a club they're going to want you pumping stuff the whole time.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then so when it comes to playing these things, where do you source most of your music from?
So before I started DJing, I always was listening to music 24/7. So I kind of knew a lot of songs already to kind of pick
Yeah.
up and start downloading music onto my computer like right away.
Yeah.
If there's anybody else like out there who's like wanting to get into DJing or doesn't know where to find music, there are a couple websites. I can't remember them at the top of my head. A couple websites you could go to, and it'll just like have a whole bunch of songs and like download links and stuff like that. I personally never did this next thing, which is some people like sell like music packs, so like
Hmm.
you could buy a whole bunch of music basically.
And so with that, is that like there's a say a big artist and they're selling a music pack for smaller DJs to be able to buy those files and then play, or is that like somebody who's collected 8 or 10 different songs from an artist and
It could be both. It could even be DJs selling like their remixes, for example.
interesting. Okay.
It kind of varies. Everyone's kind of selling music if you look thorough enough. But yeah, it could be. Excuse my dog again. Sorry.
Just
It could be a DJ selling music. Actual like artists, rappers and singers selling their music, or it could just be a producer like, hey, I have a whole bunch of music here with a whole bunch of genres. I'm selling. Who wants it? So,
so it's very similar to the concept of like a beat pack that a producer would send out to an artist or something like that.
in a nutshell, yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Okay. Cool. And so I guess when it comes to actually going to play a gig, is do you normally have to bring all your equipment with you, including speakers and table and everything, and pack all that stuff up? Or like when it's a club, do they have all that kind of stuff ready for you? I understand that probably at a birthday party in somebody's backyard, they probably don't have the equipment, but like
Yeah.
club and stuff like that, do you still have to show up with all your stuff?
Yeah. So, well, no, whoa, sorry. Normal gigs, yeah. Clubs and like clubs and stuff. Most of the time, they have their own stuff.
Huh.
Most of the time, they have their own speakers and their own mixer. You'll just
Yeah.
pretty much your computer and your hard drive
Huh.
set up, and you're good to go.
Okay.
I think there are some. I can't say this from experience, but I've heard that there are some clubs that don't have their own like equipment, so you
Uh-huh.
need to. Me personally, though, every time prior experience, there was always they always had their own equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Let me see what kind of other questions I got here.
Take your time, man.
I feel like I've hit a lot of my big ones without ever looking at the list, so I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess yeah, I've got a couple more here.
Or
Is there a certain skill for DJing that you feel like maybe took you a long time to learn, or was something that took a little bit for you to overcome in terms of your skills?
Right. So the main thing I would say is scratching. Like
Scratching.
scratching, yeah. So I've always this comes back to stepping out of your comfort zone. I was like, I really want to learn how to scratch, right? Because you see people do it, it looks cool, but I also think it sounds cool. But add a little bit more spice, whether you're making a mix or you're at a gig. Sorry about that. But
Okay.
yeah, so scratching was something that I was like, I really want to learn how to do this.
Huh.
How to learn how to do this. So kind of just started messing around with it. Then I looked at a YouTube video, and then which that didn't really help me too much, but yeah, just kind of hands on, just messing around with it every day, every other day, whenever I could, trying to practice it. Um, I would, however, say there's always room for improvement in every aspect of DJing. I
Yeah.
think that like applies to every DJ.
Yes.
But more specifically to me, I would say scratching.
Huh.
Definitely scratching. Trying to make sure I time it right. It sounds good, and I don't want somebody to be playing and they're like, "What the hell is that noise?" Like
Yeah.
that was the biggest fear I had about trying to learn how to scratch. I didn't want it to be like, okay, let me make it sound nice, and then someone's like, "The hell is this?"
Just feel like you butchered it.
Yeah, yeah, but over time, I feel like I got in like way better than before. So now I'm kind of cool with it, but I still want to master it even more to than my ability. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
always trying to find ways to improve every aspect.
Definitely. That's a good attitude to have for sure. Yeah, that's not something that I've gotten into yet, but I've only played around with it maybe 2 or 3 times so far. I'm still pretty fresh to it. I did play around and try to record the other day, and my camera cut off after about 15 seconds of video as soon as I walked away. So I missed 45 minutes worth of me
Damn,
playing and practicing. Uh,
happened to me a couple of times. I can't lie.
I'm sure it's not the first time it's gonna happen, and not the last time it's gonna happen. I'm guarantee it'll happen again.
That's you try to redo it even better than before.
Exactly. And there were a couple screw ups in there, so I get a chance to do it over again. Even though part of this channel is, part of learning something is the screw ups, so I'm not going to be cutting out the screw ups as I progress. If once I get the video figured out, then we're leaving all the screw ups in there because that's part of learning something.
Definitely 110%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Well, I feel like maybe we've kind of. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's your favorite part? Your favorite thing about being a DJ?
I get to play music. And I know that's like a really like plain answer. So to kind of dig deeper into what that means, it's just like for me, playing music has always just kind of been a way to decompress. Like let's say I've had like a long week or a long day. I don't know, just something about music just kind of like let me get into a groove. Who doesn't like to groove a little bit? But I love DJing because my mind gets very curious about like, okay, then again, what if I put this song? Wait, hold on, I'm trying to. What if I put two songs together, basically, like or two different genres? So it gets my mind kind of wandering, gets me interested, and I just like loud music. On top of that, so um, yeah, yeah. And then sometimes people's reactions to like when you're DJing. Sometimes somebody like have like a cool reaction. You're like, damn, all right, I did good.
When somebody appreciates something you just did and cooked up.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna do something so small and see if anybody notices it. And then
Yeah.
like somebody walk up to me and be like, "Yo, I noticed that. That was cool." Um, but it'll definitely be just a way to kind of decompress and you know test stuff out, experiment a little bit between what you could really do with music and how you can combine it with other genres.
Yeah. That's something that I'm still working on getting into, is trying to combine some things. I'm pretty stuck on house music, just general house music right now, and
Right.
trying to build a little library of some songs that I can play around with, and kind of I'm trying to keep my library small in the beginning while I learn all the functions of the board, so
Right.
that I'm trying to also learn a bunch of different songs at the same time. So I guess that'll lead me into my next question: is how important would you say it is to have a good grasp on like what is in your library as a DJ, and when those transition spots are? Because that's something that I have already learned, is if you don't really know where the transitions or a good oh, excuse me, if you don't really know where a good transition spot is, then you're probably just going to have to wing something.
Yeah, so I would say it's really important. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, I would say having your songs organized and knowing where to find those certain songs and how to transition it with one another is very important.
And so in that, when it comes to growing your library per se, is that how you did it? Did you start with maybe a small library of just a couple songs and then slowly add to it? Or you had said that you just started downloading music. Did you just jump in head first to a bunch of music and go for it?
Yeah, no, just straight head first, head first. Like, and that's the thing though. So like everybody has their own way of learning things. So some people like might want to take it slower and get a grasp of everything. Me, I'll just kind of like screw it. I'm just gonna jump in head first. And
That's cool though.
sorry,
Oh, my bad. I said I like that. That's cool though.
very good. Yeah. Most of the songs I downloaded, I knew. So like,
That's true.
but then there's other songs I was just like, I've never heard this song before, and then there'd be like a certain genre like I've never messed with any of this music from this genre, and I would just download as much as I could find. Like, this sounds nice. Download it, and then again, just from there, just kind of started experimenting.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Thank you.
Well, I feel like I'm kind of running out of questions. So, once again, thank you very much for giving a very rough crash course
You're good.
to some kind of introduction. Do you have anything that you feel like you want to add, you want to say, that would be advice for anybody interested in learning, already learning, been doing it a while? Your take on something.
Right. So if there's one piece of advice I should give to, or I feel like somebody could hear, is no matter how much hate you might get or discouragement you might get, push through it. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters at the end of the day. If it makes you happy and you're satisfied with yourself and how you're doing, keep going and take whatever hate you get and build it as constructive criticism. Don't let it get to you. And same thing with all the compliments. Don't get too cocky. Just stay humble, stay grounded. That's to me that's very important. Staying grounded, not letting any negativity um, affect you in a bad way. So no matter how much hate you get, build from it. Use it as that fire, as that flame to keep you pushing and keep you going. Because I'm telling you, that is one of the biggest motivators I've had throughout this journey, is to take whatever negativity I'm hearing. Okay, maybe I didn't do good in this part. How could I do better? How could I keep building myself? Sometimes there's things we need to hear, but overall, I would say keep going no matter how much hate you get. Keep pushing and do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, life is short. You don't want to stop doing something that you like because somebody else doesn't like the way you do it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. That's good advice, man. That's great advice.
Thank you. But
Get in there.
all right.
Okay, so my next question is, So I was looking through your SoundCloud, and I'm just noticing that some of them are like single length songs, and some of them are maybe full mixing sessions closer to an hour.
Right.
So do you make your own music of any kind, or is it strictly DJing and mixing and just playing like that?
So to answer that question, like let's say you hear a song that I posted,
Uh-huh.
if I sang the song or anything like that, no. As far as the beat goes, uh, most of the time, I'll make my own beat to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
Or if, prime example, if there's a beat that I see another DJ used, I would probably, I'll hit him up, be like, yo, I like the beat. Could I sample something from the beat, add my own twist to it, and just kind of go from there?
Nice.
Yeah. Or sometimes the other guy would just be like, you know what? Just use the whole beat, just make it a collab. I'm like, all right. So
Cool.
as remixing and stuff goes like that, in the aspect of making my own music, it would be with the beats and remastering everything. Putting the beats on, make sure everything is balanced.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't do is actually sing the song or
Yeah.
rap music or whatever. I can't sing. But yeah, to answer your question, that's kind of what it is. I do everything besides the singing.
Okay. And I guess because we hadn't really gotten to this point, kind of back into it, um, give you a little bit of back. I have been making music for really since 2019, since I was 9. But mainly pretty much exclusive. I'm a big Lil Peep fan. I love Lil Peep. So
Right.
that's what I was banging hard for a while. So it was a lot of dark trap beats and things like that. Uh,
Right.
so I have a little bit of knowledge on the back end of production and things like that. So you're saying, so you do your own master too, is what you're saying, correct? Every
Yeah. So there's a
side,
couple. I'm sorry.
everything aside from that vocal take much.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways you could do it too. Don't get me wrong. Some people use FO Studio. There's another one that starts with an A. I forgot. But a lot of
Ableton.
people use like FO Studio for trying to like really. I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, a lot of people use FL Studio. Um, I use two things. So most of the remixes I make is off of Serato and my mixer. So I would I would just use my mixer to make most of my remixes,
Yeah.
and then I would use a software called Audacity to actually make sure that everything is balanced. The bass is balanced, the instrumental, the melody, the vocals, all of it's balanced. Everything's sounding as it should be. Because when recording off the mixer, you take that file and you play it in the car. Not all the times it's going to sound the best. So, um, some people, however, will use like FL Studio and kind of make their own beat from scratch like that.
Mhm.
Then again, I use Audacity and Serato. And as far as beat making goes on Serato, it's complicating. It's complicating. I'm not gonna lie. So, my recommendation would be definitely use FL Studio. Um, I still can't remember the other name for
Ableton.
the software, but FL Studio, it's a good. I think you have to pay, but it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, just my audio is kind of like
Okay. Ableton's the other one.
That's what it is. Ableton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never used Ableton. I've used FL Studio, but I've never.
Yeah. So when I started, I was a big, I don't have any money, so I'm going to do this for as inexpensive as possible.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, free software was the move at the beginning.
Oh,
And
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to. My personal opinion, at least, like if you're starting off as a DJ, then again, everybody, this is just my opinion. Don't come for me, but I wouldn't money dump like just right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, let's say you spend like $200 on a software when there's another software for like, I don't know, like $50 that could do the same thing.
Yeah.
So like, prime example, when I first started, I started using Audacity.
It's free, isn't it?
Yeah, it's free. And
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, you could theoretically make a beat off of Audacity if you have a couple beat packs and you know how to kind of sample from here and there and put it together. However, the extra couple dollars for FL Studio makes that easier. But then again, just getting into it, just starting off fresh, I was like, let me just download something free, see if it's really, something that I want to get into, see if it's for me.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I had downloaded Audacity when I first started, and then I don't think I ended up going with it because I opened it up and I was like, oh, this is terrifying. There's way too many options in here. I'm out. And so I backed out and I went to BandLab. That's what I used for a long, long time in the beginning before I ever was putting anything out anywhere. But yeah.
That's dope, though.
I'm a big fan of finding something that's free that can do the same thing that's $500.
I mean, me too, man. To me, it's just more logical to do it that way.
Yeah, especially in that learning process where, especially like from a perspective of if you want to run it like a business, if it's not making any money, it doesn't make sense to go money dump. Like you're saying,
yeah, like take all my money. Yeah, certain people have, I'm sure some people have different opinions, but then again, I wouldn't, just money dump. I'm like, okay, there's two options here, this or this. Which one?
Yeah,
let me get this and see if I like it.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely a difference between money dumping and choosing where to spend your money.
Yeah, I know a couple people that's done different things.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So to circle back to the SoundCloud, your SoundCloud,
right?
Some of those longer mixes, are those all going to be mixes that you made in your home studio with your table there, or are any of those something that maybe you recorded out in a club? And there's actually people dancing in real life to that mix you got going.
So it's a combination. So some of my mixes are I record it from, an event or a gig I do.
Nice.
And then I'll post it, and then some of it's just maybe me messing around.
Yeah.
I'll post it, or sometimes I have a series going on called like the Gunman Timing. It's kind of like this collection I have. So Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and that's a certain set of music, like a certain genre, with just some different songs, and I'll put it together and kind of put it out like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I was noticing that as I was clicking through some of those mixes and listening to them, that there was a good balance of maybe they're the similar style, but as I hear the transition from one song to the next, you can tell that it just went from Spanish to
like Indian,
language that I don't understand.
That would be Bollywood. That would be
Bollywood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm grooving with it. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm grooving with it. I like it.
Listen. Sometimes I don't know what they're saying either. But yeah, so that goes back to what I was saying a little bit before. I try to keep it diverse.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really like that about your sound is you can tell that as advertised in your bio, that's what I was getting out of your SoundCloud was that diverse sound. And so that was really cool. I very much like that.
Thank you. I know some people are probably like, oh, he's not going to be diverse because of his name. Listen, the name is the name. The mixes speak for themselves, all right? Yes. It's just the name. It's just something I like. It's just the name. So
exactly. A name is a name.
That's the way I look at it. Okay, you have a name, but could you do the work? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. The quality will speak for itself, like you said.
That's the way I look at it. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to really touch bases on. Thank you again for having me on here. It's been fun.
Thank you very much for being my first guest. It was
absolutely good return.
Yes, very informative. I'm very excited to take some of what we learned and try to apply it and get everything set up. We'll definitely have you back at a later date after I've got my interview skills down a little bit better and I'm not a little bit rough. And that and
all good.
Yeah, after I get it down a little bit, we'll have you back on and give you another push. But yeah, thank you very much for being guest number one, our very first interview, and helping me get this off the ground. I'm very excited. I'm very thankful. So I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. God bless you and God bless all the viewers and the audience.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate it. You take care, and yeah, we'll be in touch. I'll get all your links and stuff from you so that everybody go check the description of the video. We're gonna get everything in there for you.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Anytime.
All right.